Hey Dad, I know that you've been busy lately with your company, but have you had a chance to look over my business proposal? I put a lot of effort into it, and I would love your input. I want to make sure that it will impress the people I need to show it to. I've got a meeting in a couple of months with a pretty important person, and I really think that this could be my big break. I just need to make sure that my business plan is as impressive as it can possibly be. Dad?
Corinna, what is it? I'm busy at the minute.
Oh, I just wondered if you had seen my business plan?
No, I've not been able to look it over. I've had too much on my plate to read a nonsense proposal. I really wish you wouldn't waste my time with these silly little ideas of yours. Don't you know that I'm trying to train your brother so that he can take over my company eventually? I really need to focus on making sure he knows what he's doing.
Hang on. You're telling me that you don't have half an hour to read my business plan? One that I know is a good idea and that will really take off, but you have time to teach Les, who is one of the laziest and most incompetent people I know, how to run a company?
Yes? Look, he may be lazy, but that's why I've got to whip him into shape. I don't have time to humor your silly ideas. You're an adult now, Corinna, and you need to start acting like one. You need to forget all about these ridiculous plans and business ideas of yours. They'll never work. Just get a real job, get your head out of the clouds, and start living in reality. I think the shop down the road is hiring. Why not apply there? And you can save up a bit and maybe actually go to college, like you'd originally planned before this stupid business plan popped into your head.
Wow, thanks for the support, Dad. No, really, it's too much. And for your information, my idea isn't stupid. It'll be a massive hit, I know it. And as for college, you know I don't want to go there. All it'll do is put me thousands of dollars in debt. And for what? A piece of paper? I've already got a business plan. I've researched and worked hard to make it a viable idea. I just need some help in making sure I've got the presentation right. I'd think, as my dad, you'd want to help me out a bit. Clearly, I was wrong.
I do want to help you, Corinna, but I want you to be realistic. Do you know how many people think they have the next great idea, spend all their time, effort, and money on it only for it to fail, and they have nothing left to show for it? I don't want you to be one of those people.
But I won't be, Dad. My idea's good. I know it is.
That's what everyone thinks. It's best if you just forget about it now before you make a fool of yourself and move on to something more suitable. Maybe you could study to become a nurse or something? Something that pays well so you won't have to worry about money in the future.
And I'm guessing Les will simply be given money by you, since he's your favorite and all.
Helping him find his footing. He's a late bloomer and needs a bit of help and support so that he'll be able to take over the company. I want to make sure that it's left in good hands.
Well, it's definitely not in good hands with Les. He'll have bankrupted it within a year once he has it, I bet.
That's not a very nice thing to say about your brother, Corinna. He's trying his hardest. Maybe if you put a bit of effort into something, then you'd understand what it was like.
Are you kidding me? I have put effort into something. I've put effort into my business plan. I've done all the necessary research, I've looked into possible competitors, and done market research into how my idea would work and how people would use it. How much it would be to make within the first year, budgets and profit margins. I've done it all. You'd know this if you even bothered to skim over the draft proposal I sent to you.
You might have done all that, but there's no telling if you've done it right. You could have just wasted tons of your time and hard work on something that won't work at all.
That's why I'd like you to look it over. You know what? Forget it. You clearly don't care what I do or how hard I work. Nothing I do will ever be good enough for you. All you're bothered about is helping Les because he's your son. Fine then. If that's how you want to be, then I won't bother you anymore with my silly business plan. I'll make sure to not involve you in it at all.
Now you're just being overdramatic. Although, I will thank you for keeping me out of your ideas from now on. I'm a very busy man and I don't want to have to keep having these conversations with you about trivial matters.
Uh-huh. I'll have someone else look over it. Someone who actually cares about what I do and believes in me. Because that's clearly not you.
Look, we can finish talking about this later, Corinna. For now, I need to get back to helping your brother. Goodbye.
Yeah, whatever.
Little sister, Dad just told me that you and him got into an argument because you think you've actually got a good business idea? How pathetic. Are you really that desperate for Dad's attention that you'd create a totally rubbish idea just to have him look at it? Only real losers would do something like that.
Get lost, Les. If anyone's a loser here, it's you. I mean, how many times did you have to repeat a grade in high school just so you could graduate? Not to mention that you were kicked out of college as well for not showing up to your lessons. And yet you call me the failure.
Shut up. The teachers in high school were purposefully holding me back because they were jealous of me. And I didn't need college because I'm taking over the family business, so it was their loss because when I become rich now, they're not going to be getting any donations from me.
Don't make me laugh. You're not going to become rich. All you're doing is riding on Dad's coattails. He's the one who built the company up. You have absolutely no clue how to run a business.
Oh, and you do you? From what Dad was telling me, you don't know anything. All you got is a silly little idea that no one will actually want to use and no clue how to market it. It's no wonder why I'm Dad's favorite. At least I don't embarrass him with made-up stuff.
Yeah, all you do is show up late for work, if you bother to show up at all, that is. You also lounge around all day, doing nothing and making Dad look like a complete fool as he tries to teach you how to run a company for when he retires. You do know that none of the other workers respect you, right? You make their lives more difficult than they need to be with all of your stupid micromanaging and ridiculous demands.
What would you know of it? You don't know how to run a business. If you did, Dad wouldn't have brushed you off so easily. He would have actually given your idea a chance. The fact that he didn't just shows that he knows you're a failure and that you won't amount to anything.
It's funny. You and Dad seem so certain that I'm just a clueless little girl, and yet neither one of you have even read my proposal. Is it that it's too complicated for your little brain and that you don't understand any of it?
I'm not an idiot.
Could have fooled me.
Whatever. No matter what you do, you'll always be a failure in Dad's eyes. He knows that all you're good for is a normal job, serving people at a checkout. I mean, he hasn't even offered to train you in his company. What does that say, huh?
It doesn't matter. I don't need his approval to know that I've done a good job. I'm not going to stop working on my idea simply because Dad said so.
Just face it, it's not a good idea and it'll never amount to anything. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you're a girl. It's well known that girls aren't good at business. Why do you think there's hardly any women CEOs? Because girls don't know what they're doing in terms of making deals and building a good company. They probably just spent all the money on shoes or something.
That's so sexist and so wrong on so many levels. I don't even know where to start in correcting you. Although, it'd probably all go in one ear and out the other even if I tried.
You can be as moody as you want about this, but you know it's true. That's why Dad's training me to take over the business, and not you. He feels exactly the same way about women working in business. The best place for you is at the reception, looking pretty.
Les, you really need to shut up. Like, now.
I'm just telling the truth. You'll just have to deal with it.
Well, we'll just see about that.
So, you've had your meeting? Time to pack it in now, yeah? I can only imagine they let you down easily, but it's time to get into the real world, okay?
Oh no, I think I'll stay as I am. Thanks, Dad.
Corinna, I'm just trying to look out for you as your dad. You need to get a real job now. I know you're probably upset because your meeting went bad, but it's time to let that idea go.
My meeting didn't go bad. In fact, it went fantastically.
Huh?
Yeah, things are really looking up for me.
They are.
Yeah, the other company's bosses really loved my idea. They were sold on it almost straight away. They've invested a hefty sum to help me get it up and running. A few $100,000.
100,000?
Yeah, I know. My reaction was pretty much exactly the same, but that's how certain they are that my idea is going to generate a lot of money.
Well, maybe I could help you out. We could split the work and everything and share the profits. Being the more senior worker, I'd have more of the profits, obviously. We could make a 70-30 split. I think it would be a great partnership.
Wow. I mean, really, you're just unbelievable.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, you couldn't be bothered at all when I first gave you my proposal. You couldn't even be bothered to skim over it to see what it was actually about. And now, after I've done all the hard work and secured a massive investment, you want to jump in and even try and take over my profits? I really don't think so.
But I'm your dad. We're family. We should help each other out.
Yeah, we should, but you couldn't be bothered to help me when I needed it, so you don't get to share in the success after I've managed to do everything.
You're being selfish.
Nope, I'm being realistic. You were the selfish one when you didn't help me simply because I'm a girl. You thought that I would fail in my endeavor, and so you didn't even try to help me. Instead, you focused all your attention on Les. Well, now you've got to stick to your plan because I don't want your help anymore.
You silly girl, if I don't help you, you're just gonna fail.
No, I won't actually. I've made it this far, and I know I'm smart enough and skilled enough to go even further. I don't need you involved in my business anymore. You had your chance, and you blew it.
But I didn't know it would be so successful.
That's your problem. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a lot of work to do to get my business underway.
Hang on. Wait a minute, Corinna. We can work this out so that we can work together. I'll even make it a 60-40 split.
How about a 0-100 split? The profits are mine. Now please, stop embarrassing yourself. I'm not going to hire you when you so easily brush me off. It just shows that you wouldn't listen to me on decisions, and I'm not going to let that happen.
But I know better about businesses.
Is that why yours is failing?
How do you know that?
Les has quite a big mouth.
Well, it's just a little slump. It'll pick back up again.
Well, maybe you should work on that. I've got my own business to worry about now. Sorry, Dad, but you didn't believe in me, so you don't get to jump in when I start doing well. Good luck with your own business. My business ended up really taking off. I was able to pay the investment back within my first couple of years, and I have made a lot of money in profits. My company continues to grow, and I can't wait to see where things will go in the future. As for my dad, his company began to really struggle. In the end, he figured out that Les had been stealing money and spending it on ridiculous things, like watches and clothes. Dad ended up firing Les, and he has him on a plan to pay back everything he took. Since doing that, my dad's business has slowly begun to pick back up again, but it will take a while to be as successful as it was. It just goes to show that you really never should judge a book by its cover. Just because I was a woman, my dad thought I would fail, but by believing in myself and working hard, I was able to prove him wrong and pursue my dreams. Hey Peter, you'll never believe what just happened to me.
Oh, hey sis. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. No, nothing too bad has happened to me. Just the usual work stuff. How about you?
Yeah, okay, I get it. But what I have to say is way more important than some stupid pleasantries.
Alright, fine. What's your news?
I'm going to be an actress! Isn't that amazing?
Whoa, an actress? That's something. Looks like your dreams are finally coming true. You've always wanted to be an actress and to be rich and famous. How'd you get the part?
Well, actually, it's a pretty cool story. I saw this ad online for an open audition nearby, so I thought I'd go and see what it was all about. To be honest, at first I wasn't sure because there were like all these people dressed up in weird costumes, but once I got in front of the judges, I was able to wow them with my talent. They asked me for a callback. I'm so excited.
So, hang on, you just walked into an open casting call and got a callback?
Uh-huh. Aren't I just amazing?
You're something alright.
Oh, haha, very funny. Anyway, my callback audition isn't for another few months yet, as the film is still being sorted out in pre-production, but I'm sure that I'm going to get the part. I was way prettier than anyone else there and way more talented too. The casting director will surely see my talent and hire me on the spot. They did give me a number to call just in case I had any questions, but when I tried calling it earlier, it just cut off. Maybe it's my phone or something though. I should buy a new one.
Are you sure that this is all real? Like, actually a legitimate acting gig?
What do you mean?
Well, doesn't it all just seem a little too good to be true to you? Like getting a call back, but it's not for months and the number they gave you to call was a dud? Sounds to me like they were just trying to get rid of you. Tell me, did you refuse to leave the audition room again until they said you were called back?
It doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm going to become a star. So I'd really appreciate it if you didn't try to ruin this for me.
What? I'm not trying to do that.
Yes, you are. Like, I tell you this amazing news and you just want to find something wrong with it. I bet you're just jealous that I'm going to be famous and you aren't, so you're trying to stop me from going for the part.
That's not true at all. I'm just trying to look out for you and make sure that you actually realize that this could all be a huge publicity stunt. They probably have no intentions of hiring anyone, and it was all done to attract interest in the film.
Oh wow. So me actually getting an acting part is something I've made up and it's never actually going to happen because I'm not talented enough? Is that what you're saying? Nice to know you believe in me and everything.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just trying to be a good big brother.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. Anyway, like I said, you're just jealous of me and my newfound career whilst you are doing nothing with your life.
What are you on about? I'm not jealous. I've had many accomplishments in life.
Really? All you do all day is slob about mom and dad's house, acting as if you deserve to have everyone do everything for you. I mean, seriously, does it feel good to be such a freeloader?
I'm not a freeloader. I've actually been working really hard on something that I think will lead to even better opportunities.
Oh yeah, your little computer project? It's a total waste of time. Everyone knows it. It's just a way for you to pretend you're working when, in actuality, you're probably just playing a game or something. I mean, you got fired like a year ago. It's time you got over it. You need to stop scrounging off of mom and dad, get a job, and pay them all the rent you probably owe. After all, you're a grown man, so you should be looking after yourself, not expecting mommy to coddle you. It's pathetic. At least I'm trying new things. You need to stop being so jealous of me and get over yourself. Otherwise, you'll be stuck as a loser, nobody, your entire life.
Uh-huh. You done with your spiel yet? I've had to listen to this every day for the past however many months. It's getting kinda old.
Just being honest. Don't get all sarcastic with me because you don't like the truth.
Whatever.
What is it you told me? I'm just trying to look out for you?
Oh yeah, and how are you doing that? By insulting me?
No, I can't believe you haven't figured it out yet. Dad are going to get sick and tired of you mooching off of them eventually, if they haven't already. I'm just trying to point this out before something drastic happens and you end up getting into a huge fight with them or something. Wouldn't want you ousted from the family for your incompetence after all.
Has Mom actually told you she feels like this?
She's definitely hinted at it. I wouldn't be surprised if she just came straight out and said it soon.
Whatever. I'm not gonna let you poison my mind about Mom and Dad. Hey, Mom.
Peter? Is everything okay? You don't usually text me like this.
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. I just wanted to check in with you, see how you were doing.
How sweet. I'm doing okay. Did your sister tell you about her callback?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can just see her now winning an Oscar and all of those awards. She'll be mingling with the stars before long.
Yeah, although I can't say that they won't try and keep her on Earth.
What?
Never mind. Actually, Mom, I actually wanted to discuss something that Bethany said earlier.
Oh, what was it?
She said that I was simply freeloading off of you and Dad and that you were gonna get sick of me eventually and kick me out. Is that true? Do you really think that?
Well,
You do?
it's not so much that I think you're a freeloader, just that you're lacking motivation at the minute. I'm sure with a little push, you'll be back on your feet in no time.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe it's time that you move out. I think you're a bit too old to be living with your parents.
Where's this coming from?
I just think that before you get too comfortable at home, you need to put yourself out there and find a place of your own. After all, if you don't, you could end up being 40 and still living with me and your dad. You don't want that, do you?
Well, no, but I've got no money to actually move out. Where would I go?
I'm sure you'll figure something out. You're a smart boy after all. But I do think it's best if you leave by the end of the month.
What? But that's too soon.
The sooner the better. It'll give you more confidence.
But Mom,
Now, no moping. I'll help you look for a new place later. I've got to go and meet your sister for now and discuss this acting of hers. Talk to you later.
So, did mom talk to you yet? Peter?
what, Bethany? I'm busy.
Doing what? Waking up?
No, I don't sleep until 7 in the evening. That's what you do.
Whatever. Just stop whatever non important thing it is that you're doing and listen to me. Did you talk to Mom yet?
Yeah, I did.
And what did she say?
She said I need to move out by the end of the month.
Well, that's kind of her. I told her to kick you out by the end of the week.
Wait, this was your idea?
Well, duh.
But why?
Because I want your bedroom.
What?
Yeah, mine's too cramped, and if I'm going to be a star, I need only the best things. Your room can easily fit a king-size bed in it, and in order to look my best as an actress, I need the best beauty sleep I can get. So, I want your room.
But this is my room. I literally live here at the moment.
Yeah, well, not for long.
Why are you being such a witch to me? What have I done to warrant you trying to push me out of the family?
Nothing, really, but I need the room because if I'm going to live with Mom and Dad, I at least want to be comfortable.
Why do you need to move back in?
Something's happened, which has made it difficult for me to afford my own place, so I need to go home for a while.
Okay, well, your room is still here, so you can just move back into that and I'll stay in my room.
No, you need to move out because I can't be seen living with my parents and dorky brother. It's just not cool, especially for an up-and-coming actress like me.
What? That's ridiculous.
Ugh, look, you know that acting thing I told you about ago?
Yeah?
Well, I managed to get back in contact with them about the callback, and it looked like things were looking up. They asked me to wire some money to them just to secure my position in the whole casting thing, so I gave them what they asked for. But recently, I haven't been able to get in contact with them at all. It's like they're ghosting me. So now I don't have the money that I need to pay my rent and bills. Luckily, Mom said that she'd let me move back for a while, but I don't want you here.
Oh, wow, that's quite a mess you've gotten yourself into. I hate to say I told you so, but...
Ugh, just shut up. Just make sure you've moved out by this weekend. That's when I'm moving back.
Whoa, hold up a second. That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Well, this is my home too. I'm not gonna let you just kick me out.
Well, Mom's already done that, so you don't really have much to say about what's happening. Anyway, I'm your little sister, and as such, I should get priority. You've had your turn being a freeloader, so now it's my turn. And I want the best room, so that's what I'm going to have. You'll just have to find somewhere else to waste your time on your laptop, because you're not welcomed here anymore.
You have no clue what I'm actually doing on my laptop. Just you wait. I'll show everyone that I'm not wasting my life.
I don't care. You've always been a loser, and you'll continue to be one for the rest of your life.
Unlike you, the moron who gave away all her money to a scammer.
Like it or not, Mom has kicked you out and chose me over you. It's just the way it is. So unless you want me to make things worse for you, you'll listen to me and move.
No.
Fine. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Peter, why would you be so horrible to your sister?
Mom, what are you on about?
She's already going through a really tough time and she doesn't need you bullying her and making it worse. She knows that she has made a mistake, but everyone does in life at one point or another.
I've not bullied her.
Don't lie to me. She told me everything.
Whatever she told you wasn't true.
So now you're calling her a liar? What a nice brother you are. Why can't you just do what she asked you to do?
And what? Move out? To where? And why should I? This is my house too, you know.
Yes, but now you've outgrown it. You're the older brother, so you need to look after your little sister and move out.
And what about me?
You'll have to figure that out for yourself.
You know what? Fine. I don't think I want to be associated with such cold and heartless people. Even if they are supposedly my family, I'll move out just like you want. But don't even try and bother me again. I want nothing to do with any of you anymore.
Good. I'm glad to be getting rid of such a freeloader. Your sister will be much more helpful around the house.
Ah, sure. Anyway, after this, you won't hear from me again. Sorry to have been such a burden to you. Well, get your way like always, Bethany. My room is yours.
Ha! I knew that I'd win. I always do. Maybe now you'll actually try to do something with your life.
I already have.
Huh?
Yeah, all that time I spent on my laptop, I wasn't doing nothing. I was creating my very own game. In fact, earlier today, I had a meeting with some high-end executives from some pretty big gaming companies who love my idea. They've already decided to sponsor it and have paid me thousands to have gaming rights. They've also hired me to make at least 2 sequels for the game, so that's more money secured. They say it's going to be the next big seller and we'll make a lot of money.
What?
Yeah, oh, and just to let you know, Mom told me she'll be expecting you to help out with the rent and bills and stuff. I had to, so she wants you to cover my payments.
Wait, what? That's not fair. If you're rich now, then you can continue to make the payments. I haven't got a job after all.
That's your fault. I've moved out of that horrible house and I'm never going back, so I don't have to give anyone any money at all. You all belittle me and made fun of my work, so there's no way that you get to reap the rewards of all of my hard work.
That's not fair. If you've got thousands, then you need to share. I'm your little sister, so help me out.
No, maybe you should get off your lazy butt and get a job. You're gonna need one.
I'm trying, but no one wants to hire me as an actress. You'll just have to cover for me money-wise.
No, I'm good. You're just gonna have to be a grown-up and face your own problems. Or you can let mommy just coddle you like a baby. I bet I know what option you'll choose.
Ugh, I'm not a baby.
You sure act like one. Anyway, don't bother messaging me again. I don't want such negative and toxic people ruining my life.
That's not fair. I'm not toxic.
You're one of the most toxic ones. Maybe people can see your attitude and that's why they don't want to hire you as an actress. No one likes a diva. Anyway, I'm going. Goodbye. I moved out of my parents' house as fast as I could, and with the money that I'd made selling my game, I was able to buy myself an amazing new flat, which had everything that I could ever want in it. My sister, my mom, and my dad weren't as fortunate. Bethany wasn't able to get hired as an actress by anyone. She ended up freeloading off my parents until they got fed up with her and kicked her out. This meant that Bethany was forced to work in a fast food place just to earn enough money to get by. My mom and dad weren't any better off. With no one to help pay the rent and bills, my mom was forced to go back to work in a local shop. They tried to contact me once and ask for money, but I quickly told them no. I knew that they were only interested in what I could do for them instead of my actual feelings. Whilst it was difficult because they were my parents, I knew that for my own mental health, I needed to create boundaries. If that meant cutting those toxic people out of my life, then so be it.